Hi, welcome to Walk-Ons. Morgan Smith, Tony Langford. Got my man Frank Size, Chop Buchanan. Got Natalie with us. How's your day been?
Oh, man, it's been busy. It's been
I
really
imagine
busy.
it is. Natalie's with the Chamber of Commerce. They're putting on a professional bass fishing tournament
That's right.
this weekend, and it looks like it's very stressful.
Do I look stressed? Golly, bird.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just in general. I was up there the other day. I was like, golly,
There's a lot going
He's coming
on.
out swinging.
what kind of trophy is this
He's
coming
right
up?
here on my right, so I can give you a little backhand.
Me
if
and
I need
Natalie,
to.
we can spar.
We've
Go way
been there,
back.
done that.
But we have a full show for you today. We have the LE track teams going to regionals, right, Chop?
Yes, sir.
They're going to be
Awesome.
on. We have a ton of anglers coming for
Yeah,
the
we've got
professional.
anglers. We've got all kinds of stuff coming for y'all.
And we may have a guest appearance from a certified future star. Damien called me a minute ago. He was at the office signing something for me.
What is a certified future star?
All right, so if you're a 5-star athlete,
Okay.
you're also a McDonald's All-American, you were voted the best player in the state of Texas,
Okay.
and you're the only 5-star player ever from East Texas,
Is this football?
basketball, going to Kentucky.
Basketball. Okay.
There's a
I'm
99%
obviously
chance he plays
oblivious
in
to
the
all of this. A 99. Okay, this is the guy from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you will know exactly who he is when he comes
When
in.
you,
I
his
promise
head's
you.
going to hit that
I
TV,
promise
isn't
you.
it?
He is super tall.
Okay.
But, Frank, any national stuff we need to go into before we bring the girls on?
Well, not need, but a couple things. So Steph Curry is on one right now.
What do you mean on one? Like he's hot?
I mean on one.
He just broke Kobe
He
Bryant's
did.
record.
So
didn't he?
this season he's had 6 games where he's had 10 3-pointers or more. In the history of the NBA, no one's ever had more than 5 in a career. That's how he's going right now. Everything's going in, and he's single-handedly willing that team to the playoffs.
Let me be a little bit of a hater.
Go for it. That's par for the course here.
He has nobody else on that team with him right now.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And
Nobody.
He's coming down and jacking. I mean, Duke can ball,
Yeah.
but this is like if Russell Westbrook could hit threes.
If Russell Westbrook could hit threes, he'd be the best player to ever live.
Now, if Russell Westbrook could fix it where his teammates could hit threes,
That too.
Yeah.
you know, that's what he needs to work on.
I respect nothing about Russell Westbrook's accomplishments. I don't mean to be a hater.
That's fair. That is fair.
That sounds a little haterish.
It is.
All right,
That
listen,
sounds very
listen.
hater.
All right, the double-doubles I can live with. Russell Westbrook is one of the best basketball players to live on this planet, probably ever. But these triple-doubles that they stack him with, and you can literally hear him yell, "I'm coming," so a 7-foot guy doesn't grab the rebound so Russell Westbrook can get it. I have a problem with that.
I'm not big on Russell.
You're
see a lot
cheating.
of
You're
that.
cheating the system at that point.
Yeah.
He's a great basketball player, but his field goal percentage ain't as high as some of the others. He takes a lot of shots.
I mean, he's one of the most explosive players. But I mean, I knew when James Harden and him were put on the same team, there was no way that was going to work.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that would have been a successful NFL player. I mean, this dude's 6'3",
Yeah, he's explosive.
athletic. Alex Smith retired today.
I hate that for him, but he needed to. It was just too big of a risk.
Too big of a challenge
Yeah,
for him.
that was a huge risk.
Although
really
we
losing
say,
the leg.
I can't say he's washed up because he led Washington. Keep in mind, worst division in football, but he had,
Ever.
yeah.
Hey,
I think
again,
Alex is a solid quarterback that wins games. I just don't think he's going to win you a Super Bowl, but I think he's taking
Listen,
a huge
Natalie, if
risk.
you're doing it,
you're ready to get hated on?
no. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like LeBron, can't say nothing bad about him.
No.
Kevin Durant, great basketball player. I think he's soft, and I think
Yes.
most of America would agree with that.
Yes.
And I don't mean like on the court. I'm talking about.
In
All
life.
in life.
When
In
you're ready
life.
to get on the court, I think you can talk a little bit more, right?
Oh yeah, great basketball player.
Okay.
Well, speaking of him, I don't think it's going to work in Brooklyn. Everybody's like, man, they're going to be unbeatable.
No.
There's only one ball in that court.
Yeah, and they're all hurt.
Yeah.
Well, you know, James Harden had a setback with his hamstring.
Is this hamstring?
Yeah, so he may be there for the first playoff game, maybe.
Well, KD bumped knees with someone the other day. How'd that turn out?
Well, he probably laid on the ground and cried for 10 minutes.
Well, he was hurt. He
Yeah,
left.
he's
the
not playing.
Yeah, but he's still not playing.
My biggest thing with KD, I've always liked KD, but you know he gets on like Twitter and argues with.
Yeah, on a fake account. I mean, this guy, I don't
I'm
know
not
if you
a fan
follow.
of that.
Okay, yeah, I don't
I'm
know
not
if
a
you
fan
follow.
of
If you're
that.
not a fan of that, you definitely won't like this guy.
Okay.
He gets on there and goes in on people.
He's trying to pick a fight with Shannon Sharp. I mean, a physical fight. And
A physical fight?
They've had some confrontations in the last 3 weeks.
Did you see the picture Shannon
Yeah.
posted with his shirt off? He
Yeah.
said that he wanted.
Listen,
That's not good.
Kevin Durant. The NBA 90s. There's some guys that would throw hands.
There
Yes.
absolutely were.
And today, there's some guys that might, but sorry, somebody messed my stuff.
He saw somebody looking at his Corvette.
These guys, well, you say that. I got a crack in my windshield. I don't know where it came from, Natalie. I got to keep an eye on it.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
What was I talking about?
Charles Oakley.
Charles
Big people
Oakley.
up, yeah.
All right.
There we
Now everybody's quick to be tough, but nobody is tough.
Nope.
And Kevin Durant is at the top of that list.
Yep.
On I will fight you, knowing he can't fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him this video on Twitter. He's gonna get at you.
You were asking for
that'd
it.
probably be great for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
If, getting a Twitter beef with Kevin Durant.
That's exactly what
Let's
we
do
need.
that.
Oh,
Tony, I'm gonna let you read it so it can be misspelled. Or not read it. I'm gonna let you write it.
I do miss the Charles Barkleys of the world, though.
Yeah.
I miss that kind of basketball. Charles Oakley, Charles Barkley, anybody on the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Bill Lambert. You kind of remind me of Ben Lambert.
And
Lambert's way smarter than Tony.
Well, yeah, probably.
So is Natalie on with us to talk about the ins and outs of bass fishing and all that?
man,
good
y'all
stuff?
are over my head
on
with
that?
basketball if you can't tell.
I
But
said bass fishing.
I know that.
Oh, okay. I was like,
that
So what
I
kind
have
of lure?
learned.
What are they biting on, Natalie?
yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, I did learn that the whole thing about your practice days is you don't set a hook. Did you know that?
I didn't.
No, that is their thing. They just use a lure, but they don't use a hook, just to see what's out there, kind of see a bobber and see if they're catching something.
You got
Quote.
some confused fish.
They're
Oh, what
hungry.
this thing was an alien. Put my
Something
mouth on.
flying in, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Learned a lot in the last couple of days, and I still have a lot to learn over this
I
tournament
learned that
day.
it's all catch and release. I asked them a little bit about that today. I thought they were just having a big fish fry. That's what the crowd was for.
Big fish fry. No, we got a live well that they'll put all the fish into, and then they take them right back out to Rat Patman when they get done.
Huh.
Yeah, they get
That's
actually
interesting.
docked some points. They get docked a pound per fish if it comes in dead.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't count if it.
I
There goes
gotta
that-
keep
there
that
goes
bad
that
boy
trip to
alive, man.
That's the goal.
Gotta keep him alive.
They better have some big ones there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go. Where's this fish tank at?
Find me a red
I'm
lobster.
gonna grab the big ones and be like,
This is me.
caught these
Drag this thing
today.
out of Lake Glade water in the back of the truck.
Wow.
You're at the convention
Somebody
center
weigh this
holding
for
the
me.
bath.
All right, so what was it? Sunday. I'm picking my kids up. I'm in like Redwater, and a guy rolls up in a boat, and I can tell this guy ain't from here, and I'm
That's
like,
right.
man, are they biting? He's like, man, I probably could have caught 100 fish today if I wanted to. I was like, really? They're biting like that? He's like, yeah. Like, what are they biting on? Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's not about to tell you.
And I'm like, well, what part of the lake are they in? The shallow and the deep? And he was like, oh man, all of it. And I'm just like, are you kidding
They
me?
will not tell you. They're so
Wow.
secretive.
I was like, dude, hey, first off,
That's what you get.
I'm
for
trying to
going-
get into it,
Yeah.
but I figured out I'm bad at it.
But, so that's
But
what
I'm-
you,
I'm-
what you
I've
get for
I've already
going out
spent too
there.
much to quit.
Going
You
out
can't
there,
quit
going out there
now.
looking the party, thinks you're in a tournament.
Hey,
You're going in under secret.
I
I'd rather
used to
look
fish.
good than be
I
good.
have fished. I have fished.
Something's fishing.
hey, if you're
something
not
I
going
wish
to be
I
good at
used
something, you
do.
got to look good.
You were the
Look
pro
the
of
part.
that.
Fishing something
All right, Natalie.
I wish I did with my kids. We don't do a whole lot of outdoor stuff. I wish we did that more.
Yeah.
going
I tell
on.
you where I am the world champion at. That's the pond behind my house.
Rip 'em out
Any of
there.
these guys, come get some of me. I
Does
know
it
my
stop?
I know my
You know
spot.
your
I
pond.
know my spot.
He walks out there and throws some Alpo dog food and gets him in a net. Comes home, look what I
right.
caught. And strings him
man.
up.
Noodling out there
That's
for
right.
catfish.
Found some dude taking fish out of the pond the other day, and I was like, whoa.
Really?
Yeah, wait, what are you doing?
These are my pets.
I'm out here feeding these fish on a daily basis. Can't be out here eating them.
Fatten them up.
Anyways, what else going on?
That's about it in the world of sports. Just a draft coming up. I think we all know who's going 1 and 2, and then it's going to come down to a couple quarterbacks.
I
and
don't
3.
understand how Justin Fields is not going to.
Maybe they didn't like
Well-
the tape. I don't know.
Well, what a lot of that has to do with the history of the Ohio State quarterbacks. Name me one that has really done anything here in the last 10, 15 years.
I can't.
I can't either.
But,
Unless you want to, Joe Burrow. Case against
yeah,
him, right?
yeah, he had to leave.
Let him leave, yeah.
But Ohio State is known, for defensive linemen, defensive backs, linebackers, running backs with Zeke. But the quarterbacks, none of them are really
That
panned
worked
out.
out.
Who was the guy before the guy that went to Washington? He was really, really good. Can't think of his name. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
The
but
quarterback?
Yeah, but before the
Oh,
guy
okay.
that went to Washington.
Before
But-
Dwayne
but-
Haskins?
Yeah, before the Haskins. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You talk about the
Cordell?
Braxton Miller kid, or is it-
yeah, he's a wide
Braxton-
receiver now
Yeah.
in Seattle, right?
I think so. Yeah.
But
Man,
what was the other one? Cordell
Cordell Jones.
Jones.
And
Yeah.
Cordell had a really good one season.
Oh.
When
Yeah.
he come in relief.
Yeah, I think he came in as a true sophomore and
Yeah.
beat Alabama and went to a national.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Played really well.
Yeah.
That translated well, didn't it?
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting here swiveling my head thinking I'm listening.
Well,
these are all
just let me
Swiveling.
let me give you the rundown. All right.
Okay.
You have a clear number one with Trevor Lawrence. You have this kid from North Dakota State that looks like he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. This guy's 6'5", 240.
Look,
but
show her a picture.
Oh, I was about to say,
Show her
face
face.
stuff.
Maybe a baby face.
Sure.
but-
There are
All right.
some people
Yeah.
that rate Zach Wilson ahead of Trevor.
Yeah, he's going to go
Well,
second.
all right. So listen.
Yeah, I agree.
Then
It's up in the air.
Then you have this guy who played at. You can argue. I can't even argue it. He's an obvious. It's a top 5 school. He's playing against the best competition in the country. Not every week, but most weeks, and has great numbers. But someone who's playing unproven. Who's the other guy from North Dakota State?
Carson Wentz, I believe.
Why you do that?
Exactly my point. Like Justin Fields needs to be number 2. Like I would love to like sit in a room with an expert and then like have a real
I thought
explanation.
you were the expert
He is.
I haven't watched
I'm an
Zach
opinion
Wilson
expert.
enough.
today.
right.
That is exactly
I
what you
like
are.
Justin Fields, but I have not watched Zach Wilson enough to make that.
I mean,
make
nobody
that call.
has.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, I seriously doubt this guy's going to come out and.
Zach Wilson was at BYU though.
Who's the North Dakota State kid?
I forget his name.
He's the one going number 2, right?
no.
No,
All right,
Zach-
all right, so
BYU kid. That's why
all
I was
right.
confused by this.
What's his
Okay.
The kid from BYU. is the
What's
one
his
you're
name?
talking
Kyle something. Not Kyle Pitts.
if
Kyle
Justin
something
Fields
is the quarterback.
falls
Hey, there's-
late in the first round, I'm upset for him.
about. I think he ends up 6 or 7.
They're saying that New
I don't know
England's
how.
trying to
Like the
trade
top
up to
3
8.
are quarterback picks, and after that, I don't know
Yeah.
what's there.
They're trying.
I think Mac Jones goes to San Francisco at 4.
Well, they're saying
Smart
they might
move for
go
them.
3 though.
That's
They're saying he could go 3.
That's one. The upside's so big.
Yeah.
I got one question. Why are y'all worried about which quarterback goes where? The excitement and the elephant in the room is, do the Cowboys keep 10 or do they trade 10?
That's right.
I think they.
That's
trade.
the elephant
That's
in the
true.
room. You know,
That's very true. I say we keep it. We need some defenders.
we need a lot of
real bad.
defenders.
Well, we need. I mean, I hate to say this, but
We got a
we
special
almost
guest
have
over
to.
here.
I think they.
We almost have to do an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I don't
but-
think they're going to though. I think
No.
they're going defensive back,
No.
and I think that there is a possibility if they trade back, it's not going to be very far, and it's going to be to get the South Carolina kid, the defensive back.
J.C. Horn.
Yeah, yes sir.
I just like how guys say "we" when they're talking
Yeah.
about a team.
Because it's.
we.
I've been a Cowboys fan my entire life, Natalie.
I'm with you. I'm with
like
you. But
I'm part of this.
you are
I'm not part of the problem,
I
but I want to be part
you
of
don't
the
want to
thing.
have the problem.
I'll tell you
but-
what, there's a lot of people high on that tight end,
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
You, can,
yeah.
you can't take a tight end in the top 10
Oh,
pick.
I agree. I wouldn't take
I
him,
wouldn't.
but he's,
I've been a Cowboy fan since 1965.
You know the day.
Yeah.
Is it the day you were born?
No. I was born in 58.
I was in
Okay.
'89, so I mean,
1965, I've been a Cowboy fan. And a Laker fan.
All
Same
jokes
year.
aside, what was fandom?
So you
what
were
was
with-
fandom like in 1965?
What was what now?
Being a fan like? Could you watch them? Were you listening on the
Yeah.
radio? I'm not making
We
a joke.
watched-
I don't know.
Okay, we
Was
did
a war
both.
going on? What was happening?
We did both. We listened to a lot of the preseason games on the radio because they didn't televise maybe one or two of those. But the regular season game, we didn't have the stuff what we got now. We fighting the Saints every weekend. You see,
Yeah.
It was Dallas Cowboy football every Sunday. You either had a 12 o'clock kickoff or you had a 3 o'clock kickoff. And
Only
then-
2 channels you got.
Hey,
One of them had the
that's-
Cowboys
yeah,
on it, and one of them had the.
Remember,
Cowboys
we
came
had
on
the,
Channel
We had the
12.
bunny years.
Yeah,
and that's back when they could hit.
that you got that right.
That's when they allowed them to.
that's right.
Anyway, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We have a special guest that'll pop on with us here for a short segment right after this. Natalie, thanks for being on.
Hey, thanks for
and
having me.
we'll probably have you on here in a little bit more so you can interview
I'm
the.
gonna let the guys
the
take
fisherman.
over about the fish. That's right. Thank you for having me.
let's take a quick break.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
We are back, man. Got the Slim Reaper, the Burger Boy, all of the above.
I've been fighting for you, man. No Burger Boy. That ain't it.
If you're a McDonald's High School All-American, it fits.
There's been like 150 of them, and none of them ever had that nickname.
You like
that
it,
true?
don't you?
Be honest, Damien.
Listen. Let me tell you what just happened. All right. So Damien went and signed a couple jerseys for me, McDonald's High School All-American jerseys, in your face if you're watching. And one of them I think might have Burger Boy on there somewhere. When he's in the Hall of Fame, I'm gonna be like, "Hey Damien, you remember signing this?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm be like, "Man, a couple mil for it, dog."
A special treat for you. I texted him and said, "Take one of those silver Sharpies and sign your car." That's what he was doing out there.
Don't do all that. Don't do all that,
Sign the
Damien.
hood as big as you can.
With a razor blade on the end.
You'll be able to buy all you want here soon.
Well, I got one question to ask you. With all this McDonald's stuff, do you get like lifetime burgers or fries and shakes? You don't get none of that?
Not that I know of.
Why not?
I have no idea.
I don't
Oh,
think
man,
Kentucky,
that's a bummer,
Kentucky
man.
wouldn't let him eat that, would they?
Yeah, I think they want him to eat that.
When do you leave for
Yeah, I
college?
think they want you to eat that.
June 13th.
June 13th.
Wow.
I'm excited. I'm gonna come up to some games next year.
Yes, sir. I'm ready for it. I can't wait.
Am I?
Are we gonna stream? Can we stream those? Run that by Coach for us.
I would.
Game-
Hey, for
bring
real
the game
though,
day
I would
set.
like to come up and like follow you for a day. Probably not on game day, obviously, but follow you and like do a little short film. I don't know if they'll go for that.
They
you know.
probably would.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, what's up on them media passes?
I'll let you know.
What?
Tony don't need one.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
do
really,
need one.
nobody needs one. but me.
Basketball is actually my favorite, so I'd absolutely go, man.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait for you to get up there, man. It's gonna be so much fun.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Just the games.
Is it actually getting in there on TV and throwing down?
So can you imagine all this stuff we've seen, and now ESPN's just got to press a button to put him on? Dude, you're gonna be on national television all the time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've read a few places. They're projecting you to be the best defender in the country next year. I know you've been seeing it. You don't want to talk about it, but hey, this kid here can block some shots. It's instinct too.
You act like nobody's seen him play.
What? Maybe
Hey.
we got some fishermen in here today.
That's true. Chop. If you are in the paint and you want to score, you literally have to throw this ball dang near straight up in the air to get it over this kid. It is nuts. We have a video of you last year, junior year. We put remember when we did what are they called? The backboard cameras? And you're standing still. Somebody just literally flicks it up in the air. He's standing still and jumps up, and your head is even with the rim without taking a step. It's like your arm, like your forearm was above the block. Like, how's this possible? As tall as you are to be this athletic.
Bless.
Yeah.
Now,
That's right. That's true.
So if you were driving the lane, Tony Langford's down there. Does Tony get dunked on, or is that one of them you can go around him and lay it up?
Gotta get dunked on.
I'm gonna foul you.
Hey, and you ain't the only one. We seen a bunch of people foul him too.
I'm gonna grab him by the legs. He ain't going nowhere.
now, do you come
Hey,
from
you say that,
a
he'll-
basketball family?
Hey, do you have that picture
I
of him
mean,
leaning all the
it's
way
like
over?
He won't play basketball, but I think I'm the one that just took it and ran with it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna
Chop, there's
halfway
a
through the
difference
first
between a
quarter.
basketball player and a hooper.
Okay.
So are you 6'10" or 6'11"?
6'10".
6'10".
Yes, sir.
Hey, if you went to wherever the blue chip guys went, you'd be 7'3".
That's right.
Yeah, have you ever seen blue chips? Oh
on
my
now.
God, dude!
Penny
Oh my
Hardaway
God.
and Shaq,
Are you
come
kidding
on,
me,
man.
David? You haven't seen blue chips?
Oh, you gotta watch.
You got to go home, watch blue chips. It's the best thing ever.
You know who Penny Hardaway is, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's see who's in that. Penny's in it. Shaq's in
Shaq's
it.
in it.
Dan Marley's in it. Is he the white dude?
I don't think so.
The three-point shooter from Kentucky or whatever?
No, I can't remember who it was. but it
I
was-
can't remember all that. It's so old.
Anyway, Shaq's in it. It's worth watching. But, man, how things been going?
I mean, everything been going good.
You still high jumping?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm in regionals. We got regionals Friday.
You set the school record yet?
Not yet.
What is school record? 6'7" or something?
6'10".
6'10"? Who did 6'10"? I bet you it's Dallas
And what
Washington.
Palaka says, either was an Epps, a Stiggers, or a Peters, one of the three.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, remember back to like 02, Dallas Washington was there. He was like a
Yeah.
super athlete.
Yeah.
He went to play at Arkansas, if I remember right. Anyway, appreciate you coming.
No problem.
What are you
no
doing in
problem.
town?
I go to orthodontist.
Did you really? Schamberger?
Yes, sir.
That's my boy. Next time you see him, did you tell him you knew me? He asked about it? No. Well, next time you see him, tell him He's done lost at golf to me like 3 times in a row. We got a Friday golf game. It gets pretty serious. Leaving for Kentucky the 13th. Oh, I bought tickets to the Allen Iverson Classic. I didn't get Frank one. Sorry. John said he wanted to go. We got courtside seats.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what kind of dude is John Calipari, man?
I mean, he like a up-tempo type of guy.
Is he?
He like,
High
they never a
energy.
dull moment.
He's a heck of a basketball coach.
Yes, sir.
See,
Hey, I'd be a heck of a basketball coach if Damian was on my
yeah,
team.
but, you know, he come from Memphis, you know, and that's who I grew up watching is Memphis because I lived up there for a while, so I was a little bit of a Calipari fan before he moved over there.
So I don't even know if they went to – now that you can profit off likeness as a college, have they got into any of that with y'all yet?
Not yet. They haven't got into it
All right.
yet.
Well, I hope you get up there and do really well, man. I'm really rooting for you. Huge fan, obviously. I'm excited for you. I mean, we started this thing like, we're going to get some exposure, and then we're just huge fans. You know, love going down watching Atlanta play basketball.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Even though you wouldn't let my boy Alex shoot. Hey, we talked about how good this kid could shoot for an entire game. Remember? What was it, at hooks?
I think so, yeah.
He didn't shoot one time, Chop. This kid didn't shoot one time the entire game.
Wow.
It was wild. Anyway.
He's going to take over next year.
You think so?
Hey, I saw one of those playoffs games when it was on him. There for about a 6-minute window. He went hard.
Then there was the what team was it?
It was
Orange
in,
team.
It was in Athens, I think. No, it was in Hallsville.
Yeah, the orange team. I can't think of the name right now.
The Yellow Jackets. But they had orange jerseys. Yeah.
Mineola.
Yeah.
Alex Boston had a couple minutes.
Hey, Alex Boston. Does he play football?
No.
I don't know. He played football one play that night. That one kid put his shoulder down and just drove him into the wall. Chop. It was way past what should have been acceptable.
Wow.
And they didn't even call a foul on him, I don't think.
Last year, Hunter Allen was a good teammate, wasn't he?
Yeah, I like
Yes,
him.
sir. Yes, sir.
I've known Hunter most of his
RoboCop?
life. He's a good kid, man.
Yes,
He
sir.
really is.
They called him RoboCop
RoboCop.
one night at Hallsville because he wears that thing on him. What's funny is his dad is a cop.
It was on air, and he had Tommy John surgery. Had this big thing, and I said, "What's he doing with a RoboCop arm?" And Morgan just thought it was the wildest thing ever. It was funny.
Well, in the SEC, and you know this, the physical part of the game is going to be something you haven't seen, so you're going to have to adjust to that.
Yes, sir.
Take care of your body. Don't put nothing in it that ain't supposed to be in it, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you'll be just fine. You ain't through growing yet. Not only physically, but mentally. You'll learn. You'll make those adjustments.
Yes, sir.
Just hang in there and just know that everybody in this part of Texas is pulling for you.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
You know,
Appreciate
it doesn't matter what school, what county.
You got any
We're all
advice?
pulling for you.
Any advice from me would be stay in school, 4 years, get your education. Man, go make some money.
Don't make some money.
Yeah, he'll have to go to class first. Well, I guess
That's
you have to
right.
go to class second semester,
You're gonna
too.
remember that Allen Iverson interview? Like, class.
No, that was a practice.
Practice.
That's what I mean.
know, he's
but-
joking, though.
Yeah, I'm joking. Class? What you talking about, class?
You can go to school after
That's
all
right.
that happens.
Yeah, right.
I can't be saying that. I'll go stay 4 years.
That's right.
Not really. Cam, let's take it to break. Damien, man, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yes, sir. No
Appreciate
problem.
it, man.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. I'm Frank Sides, and I'm joined by the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards track team and head coach Carlos Simmons on the end. We've got LaQuisha Jeffrey here, Chelsea Simmons, senior, and this is Mackenzie Cavarda. You're a freshman, right? I recognize your name from softball. Do you play left field or center field?
Left.
She does play left field. All right, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about the past couple meets and how we got to where we are today.
Well, a couple weeks ago we was District 2021 District champions, and this past weekend we just became the area champions for our little area.
So what's up next?
We got the regional meet coming up this week in Commerce, Texas.
How do you guys line up against what you think your competition is going to be headed into that?
Well, I mean, it's one of the best regions in the state of Texas for its competition with Dallas Carter, Dallas Lincoln, Wasatch Live, and Kennendale. Four or five good programs. But I think we have a chance to win regionals as well, get all our relays through to the state meet.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys coming on with us. We mentioned on the broadcast a few times a couple weeks ago, that was the first track meet some of us have ever been to, and we're hoping to bring some of that to folks who haven't had a chance to see track in person, right, and get some folks out there to cheer for y'all. So, Chelsea, what events did you qualify in personally and as a team relay-wise?
I qualified for the 4x1, the 4x2, and I qualified in 300 hurdles, but I decided to go run the 4x4 instead.
So have you gotten faster and faster as you've progressed through high school? Are you putting up your fastest times yet?
Yeah.
I know you can't do this, but do you think you were going to win any of those events as individual events?
Yeah. 300 hurdles, I was very strong. I really believe that I could have won it. But, I'd rather do what's best for the team and what could get us a ring. Yeah. And let us win it all.
So in the back of your minds, do you know what the school records are and what the state records are before you line up?
Yes, sir.
I figured you did. LaQuisha, you are a 100 meter, is that flat 100 meters or 110 hurdles?
Just 100.
Just 100 meter hurdles. All right. So what's your fastest time this year?
11.8.
11.8?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's moving pretty good. So how do you project you going to end up here at the regionals?
I'm going to try to get first, but I'm just going to go out there and run as fast as I can.
All right, and Mackenzie, what are you going to be running in?
The 800 and the 4x4.
How'd you do in the areas?
I did good. I got second.
Did you? So what has been the most fun thing about the track season this year for you guys? We'll start with you in the middle, Mackenzie. What do you enjoy the most about your team and going to do track meets? Bus rides, just say that. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
What about you, LaQuisha?
Bus rides.
Uh-oh. What's going on those bus rides that make them so fun? Now I got to dig deeper.
A lot of things.
Uh-oh, a lot of things. Some of them we can't talk about. Is that what you're about to say? So Coach, what about you? What's this season been like for you?
This season, we had a really good team last year, and COVID hit, and we kind of lost a great 4-year program we had, and we're really young this year. Mackenzie's only a freshman, and to do what she's done has been kind of like the highlight of my year. LaQuisha got the best girl in the state of Texas in the preliminaries, and I'm really interested to see that. I really think she's 11.5, 100-meter girl. Rich will get her some big-time scholarships. And for my senior, 5 state medals, speaks for itself. She owns numerous records from regional to state. It's been a ride as a father and a coach, and how hard she worked, and to give up the 300 hurdles at this late in the stage of the game in order to, to help her team is just showing you what kind of team we have. It's a family atmosphere. We take no days off. We take no prisoners, and that's our mentality. We work hard every day.
So it literally just clicked that you guys have the same last name.
Yes.
That's your father?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So where are these medals at? Where are they at in the house?
Oh, man, they
living
look
room.
good. Yeah, living room,
Right
glass cases. Yeah, anytime you win a state medal in state of Texas, and like I said, we broke the 4x2 record 2 years ago, and, man, it was a whirlwind. And winning Texas Relays, it's like the biggest track meet it is.
Yeah.
And we've really been a good ride with my daughter, but, with these juniors, she's passing the torch down. We'll pass it to Mackenzie. and we just reload. We'll reload next year.
How do you separate being a father and a track coach? I know from experience, because my dad coached me in football. When they hit me deep with a pass,
yes, sir,
he was losing his mind, running down the field, forgot the whole team existed, right?
I'm a straight. They'll tell you I don't have no favors. Everybody know I'm not the type of coach. Times don't lie in track and field. Either you gonna do it or you're not. But that's how I've always separated. But being a coach to me is being a mentor. And I think raising these ladies to be ladies and go farther on in their career is the biggest thing I try to do.
Gotcha.
So,
and I noticed that all you guys have a similar shirt on with a catchphrase. What is that? Obviously, we know what it means, but what does that signify? You know what I mean? How'd that come about?
It's just been a tradition passed on. Like I said, we've won 3 state titles, 6 runner-ups in the last 15 years, really the last 10. But they take no days off. From the time 8 o'clock in the morning, they're rolling. And then after school, they're rolling again. Our weight program is second to none with Coach Harris. Coach Harmon is our high jump and middle distance coach, and Coach Franklin is our hurdle and our jumpers coach. So we got a good group, along with the other coaches that love working with them. Eylau went up and down, but when they're doing football practice, you can see coaches looking at their track workout early in the year.
Awesome.
So,
well, before we move on to another set of your teammates, anybody you guys want to individually shout out while you got the stage?
I want to shout out just the past champions from Liberty Eylau, coaches, past athletes that's in college. They have set the bar so high that I love it, but the girls know what is the expectation. We just got kids that's hurt. I really hate that. We got girls that's district champions here. You see how we here right now as a family.
Yeah.
And that's just represent the LE family. It's a good place to be.
Well, that's really awesome, guys. We appreciate you guys coming on with us. Best of luck in the next meet. Hopefully we can bring you back talking about your state championship here in a month or so.
We really appreciate it, sir.
We're going to take it to a quick break. We'll be back with some more Liberty Eylau track here in just a minute. All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons here from Texarkana. This is Game Day Live. I'm joined by Chop Buchanan and a couple more of these Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards. I'm joined directly to my right by, I forgot how to pronounce your name again. India Aldridge, Janiyah Sanders, and Maya Hurd on the end down there, and that's Chop. So, Chop, tell us a little bit about what these girls have done this season.
They have done well. I think all the goals that they set to this point they met. They still want that bigger prize, and I know that they're working hard on it. Every now and then I stick my head through the gate and see them working, and they're really at it, and they're really focused on what they're doing. Now, these two right here are basketball players. They're pretty good basketball players.
I remember seeing them on the court a little bit this year.
Yeah. They can't beat me, but they are pretty good basketball players.
I don't know if I believe that.
No, man, my days
based on the way they're laughing, they don't believe it either.
No, they shouldn't believe that. Old man is full of it.
All right, so Maya, we'll start with you. What events are you running here in the regionals?
The 4x4.
The 4x4? All right, so do you know before you start what y'all's personal best is, and y'all trying to beat that every time out? Yeah? Do you know it offhand?
Right what now. It is right now?
Right now, what is it?
13.
13, yeah.
Dang, all right. What about you, India? What are you running in?
I'm running the 4x2.
4x2?
Yeah.
All right, and Janiyah, I saw you a little bit during the high jump. I thought you were my pick to win that after warm-ups.
Yeah, but it didn't go as I wanted it to, but it's all good.
What will you be running here in regional?
The 4x1, 4x2, and the 4x4.
Gotcha. Wow. So I see everybody wearing a similar shirt that says "No Days Off." Where did that come from? Is that a lifelong Liberty Eylau slogan, or is that something you guys adopted?
Lifelong.
Is it just something that happened since y'all been there? So what is your favorite part about the track team? I see you guys eating dinner as a family. Y'all obviously get along really well. What's been the most fun about being on the track team this year? We'll do this individually. That way there's I'll ask you, what's the most fun?
The most fun is being encouraged by all your teammates and then us coming together as one.
So your teammates earlier said it was the bus ride. Said some wild stuff goes down.
Oh, yeah.
Is this true? All right, Chop. So what do you think is going to happen when they get to regionals?
They're going to win. That's the only thing. That's the goal. That's what we expect out of them, and I know that's what they're going to do. They're going to win. Because Coach Simmons, I don't think he will accept any of them second best, knowing that they didn't put their best out there. Put that effort out there. And the times that I've seen them run this year, I saw good effort. I saw a lot of spirit in them, that if one girl is down, then it's going to come back and pick her up and stuff. And that's what you got to have, especially when you're on these relay teams. There's a lot that goes into a relay team that I didn't know. But Coach Simmons, last week I went out and spent some time with him. Y'all know his dry board, right, all that stuff. Well, I spent about 35 minutes with him on that dry board the other day. And he explained a lot of things to me, what your guys' data routine is and what you do once you get to the meet. And the times, he even pulled up the times for the girls that you're going to be running against in regional. So he has all that down. So he knows what do you call it, splits? Mm-hmm. You know what your splits have got to be. Now, have you guys worked on that a lot this week? So you know what your split's going to be. And Dallas Carter's, they're going to bring it, right? But they can be beat, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I want to hear.
Do you guys have a celebration planned if you win state? What gets to happen then?
Just go have fun, party with the team.
Okay. I hear you.
Now I got one question. Now, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. You are the weightlifter also, right?
Yes, sir.
And you work out with Coach Rollins? Mm-hmm. I used to spank Coach Rollins when he was a baby.
That's gross.
I saw those shoes when you walked in. Real talk, I wore those to prom in the 12th grade. It looked bad, I promise. But I thought it was going to look cool, but it didn't.
Well, that was just 3 years ago.
Oh, sure. 20. So you guys got anybody you want to shout out to while you have the stage? And we look forward to y'all going out and making Texarkana Liberty Eylau proud. But in the meantime, who you want to holler at?
I want to shout out to my teammates.
There you go.
For pushing me every day. My coach for getting me here. And, yeah.
Anybody? All right.
My teammates, my coaches, my family for always encouraging me.
Yeah,
just the teammates and the coaches for pushing me and making me go harder every day in practice.
All right, that was a good answer.
Now, Janiyah, you're a sophomore?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got 2 more years after this.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any personal goals between now and your senior year?
Yes, I really want a good scholarship and just to since I didn't get to really run my freshman year, so dropping major times in 20 years.
Now, what is your favorite, basketball or track?
Really track, but basketball has become a favorite sport too. But it's still track all day long.
Okay, and Ms. Hurd, I'm gonna ask you the same question because I've seen you play ball too.
So basketball is my favorite sport.
Basketball. So you think you're a baller? You think you can play? I wish I was 40 years younger. I'd show you something.
What you was gonna say?
Hey guys, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
I've seen y'all from a distance. I'm a big supporter. I watch y'all when you think I'm not watching. So you guys just hang in there, and do your best. That's all you can do. Just do your best.
Yeah, and just know that we're all rooting for you. Go out there and make us proud, and hopefully we can bring you back to celebrate a state title here at Walk-Ons and get you a bigger cookie cake, right?
Because that state trophy is a little bit bigger than that
that's
one,
right. We had to put it on the floor.
All right.
All right, well, again, it's been it with Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards track. They're headed to the regional meet, and we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with some professional bass anglers.
You guys fish?
Morgan, we're good.
All right, welcome back. Kind of a fun week. We have the National Professional Fishing League, which I was going to say that, but when I started, I had to start reading it, and I couldn't read it for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm kind of excited about it. We got Frank at the end. Got my man Al right here. Don't know your last name.
McCullough.
McCullough, where you from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, we got Ross Collin with us. Parks and Recreation Manager.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch the show?
Absolutely, I watch the show, especially in the fall.
Is it anything like that?
Is it anything like what?
The show. Parks and Recreation.
Oh, the show.
He thought you meant you watched Game Day.
Oh,
I'm always watching Game Day. No, I do not watch Parks and Recreation.
So is that the highlight in the fall? It's all football with Game Day?
It's Northeast Texas, man.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we.
Can I tune on line to this show during the fall?
Oh, yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Sure, you can.
Absolutely.
And I got in this business specifically with the dreams and hopes of covering a bass tournament one of these days. Morgan made that happen for us this week. So
Here you are.
Is he a bluffer in the poker game, or does he
It's
just
funny
go
you
in
say
full
that.
out?
We play poker all the time.
Okay.
Was this beautiful face in your dream?
Occasionally, yeah.
Hey,
It was chasing me.
Hey, football season, we'll have 200 people show up on a night like this.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Good stuff right there.
But yeah, we stream the game. We do all of it. It's a lot of fun.
I don't know if you know the kid that we had up here, Tall Kid's going to Kentucky.
So, yeah, he's going to UK.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Wildcat. That's not a bad basketball school.
No.
Last time I checked with Calipari, they got some McDonald's All-Americans over there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he is. He just voted top player in the state of Texas and made top 3 players nationally.
Yeah, projected
So-
to be a lottery pick in 2022 in the NBA. So
Calipari does not take the bottom of the barrel.
no,
No, he's
doesn't.
not. Well, let's get on this fishing stuff. I want to know what they're biting on, where I can catch them tomorrow, and maybe where I can get some pictures of some guys to
Well, I'll tell you
act
what.
like I'm not out there fishing.
I will tell you
question
what.
there.
Yeah. As far as what they're biting on and where they're biting, you got some other pros that are coming up here. Me, as the founder and president of the NPFL, the league, as we like to call it, just organizing it with my partners, Brad and Michelle Fuller and Paul Benson, 4 Ownership Group. Started this thing about 20 months ago in prep work. And about 6 weeks ago, Fall, Alabama was our inaugural event. And working with the Chamber and Natalie and Barbara over at the Hilton Garden Inn and Jennifer there over at the Texarkana Convention Center. Here we are ready to kick off on Thursday at Sportsman's Cove. The buy-in from the community here at local restaurants like this, y'all at Game Day, has just been absolutely unbelievable.
Man, I like meeting guys like you, big picture guys. I mean, just started this out of the blue. Was this like a big dream, or just something came to you and you're like, this is what we need to do?
Yeah, so I cut my teeth with the Big Bass Bash and the Terrell family about 15 years ago, and made a lot of contacts in the industry from anglers and the different organizations, and decided that there was an opportunity out there for another professional circuit. The other organizations, you're looking at 325 pros worldwide. I knew a lot of guys on the Toyota Series, Costa Series, and BFLs that were good anglers, kind of the AAA and AA of baseball, and they were waiting for that spot to move up to the pros, the majors, and there just wasn't enough spots. So the NPFL, here we are. We got 110 anglers. Next year we'll have 125 in the field, but we got some great talent out there. Hunter Bogman, one of our anglers out there. Tell there that guy, bacterial meningitis at 3 months old, both legs amputated, right hand amputated, and 3 fingers off his left hand, and can flat out fish. So never say never. Jimmy Valvano right there.
Wow. Well, man, that's congratulations.
Appreciate it.
You know, on this, how did Texarkana come about?
Well, here's the deal. When you look at these professional circuits, they go to the same lakes over and over again. They kind of hit the Texas ones, the Florida ones, the southeast, northeast, and all that stuff in the summer. And it's the same lakes over and over again, which is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. But what's unique about us is, hey, let's think outside the box. Number one, our schedule. We go from the springtime to all the way to the fall. The other organizations shut down about August. So we've got events in that fall fishing area. The other thing that we looked at, too, is, hey, let's look at some lakes that are viable and put them on the map. That's why we're here at Wright-Patman and Texarkana. And then the other thing that we did, too, is the drive-through weigh-in. When you get fans engaged out there at the convention center on Thursday, Friday at 3 o'clock, to see these wrap boats and trucks come up, I mean, it's pretty special. And then it gives the angler an opportunity to showcase their sponsors. And a lot of their sponsors on their team are local people. I usually say look inside that 50-mile radius at your local businesses like walk-ons. Hey, I'll give you a couple $1,000. Put my logo on the side of your truck or your boat. That's where you're going to get your most support. They want to come onto your team, so to speak. The big national ones and all that stuff, they're kind of a far reach, but it's mostly that local sponsorship that you get from the small business, whether it's the bar and grill, whether it's the hardware store, whether it's the chamber, all that stuff. So those are kind of the unique things of the NPFL. We're excited. We just signed on Progressive Insurance.
Right.
Last week we made the announcement on Monday. They've come on as our Angler of the Year sponsor. So, we've got the big boys knocking on our door right now. You got to have money to survive. We want to, I want to be able to come into walk-ons, have a couple cocktails and some boudin balls. I mean, come on. All that good stuff. So here we are.
Well, man, I like hearing stories like this. I'm an entrepreneur. I love it. It's hearing success stories. I was out at where were we at the convention center yesterday? Mm-hmm. Y'all have an unbelievable setup.
Like it, yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Sure.
But I don't think I was expecting like the Backman 18-wheeler rig that opens up and all this. Like I wasn't expecting that.
If you're tuning in and are thinking about going down and checking it out in person, what can you expect? What do you guys do for actual in-person guests?
So, the fans come down there, they set up, got plenty of parking down there at the Texarkana Convention Center. Like you said, we've got that 18-wheeler out there with that stage that's up there. Those anglers will drive in there with their fish, come up on stage, we'll wade in. A lot of excitement. We'll have a lot of giveaways there. It's a festival atmosphere. For those individuals that are into bass fishing and like to see these pros bring up that 18, 20, 25, there could possibly be a 29, 30-pound bag, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Because Wright Patman can produce it. Right. To come down there, cheer on those anglers. They're out on the water for 9 hours fishing. It's tough, it's grueling, and to support them, support the city and all that stuff, it's going to be an absolute fun festival to see that. And even for the folks that are not into bass fishing, here's your opportunity to see if it's something that you like as far as that weigh-in goes. Now, we're live streaming it also across the world, but at the same time being there and actually seeing those fish that come out of Wright Patman, there's no other experience. It's like a hockey game. It's great on TV, but when you actually go to a hockey game and sit down there, whether it's up in the bleach, upper deck or down there by the ice, totally different perspective.
I don't know if I can agree with you on great on TV.
Hockey
might be good in person.
Well, Al, y'all's weigh-in at an alternate location. Normally that stuff's done right there on the at the boat ramp and everything, and we're bringing it into town. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that's the unique thing about this particular event here. Usually when we do our weigh-in and our launch, we're doing it on-site at the ramp. It's just not viable down there at Sportsman's Cove. So we had the idea when we talked to Natalie and all the powers that be here in Texarkana. We said, hey, where's a facility to where we can set up that stage, have enough fans to come in, bring in some food trucks, some entertainment, and some different vendors. We've got some local vendors here. We've got H&W Power Sports. We've got Or Marine. They'll be set up there to where we can bring in fans and have that atmosphere off-site. And the Hilton Garden Inn and the Texarkana Convention Center, that will be unique to the Texarkana event. We'll probably do it a couple more times throughout the season. We've got 6 events in our championship, but there's other ones that will be on site at the lake. This will be unique, bringing the anglers into the town, seeing those boats, and you've seen them driving around for the last 4 or 5 days.
We've had people sending in pictures to our page for some reason.
Yeah.
Like I was driving on somewhere. Are they staying in like duplexes or something somewhere?
They're staying at RV parks, duplexes, campgrounds, hotels, motels, you name it.
Picking my son up, drove by the duplex. There had to have been 15 boats in there.
There you go.
Well, some are staying in their vehicle, right? Don't we have one guy that he'll stay in his Suburban?
So, yeah, that's Luke Schrader. I call him the Nomad. That's the nickname I gave him. He sold his house about a month ago, and he is going to be on the road traveling, doing fishing tournaments, NPFL, and then some other circuits for the next 2 years. He has no mailing address. That's why I call him the Nomad.
Obviously I can't do that. I got kids and all that. But
that and you can't.
Man, that sounds so much fun. All right, Frank. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
That's the big key.
I'm gonna get out there tomorrow. I'm gonna light it up. Give me a guest appearance on a weigh-in if I do good.
That's another question.
All right,
bring it in from your pond. Make sure those fish are alive. It's all about conservation.
Do they?
All I need a blue hat. One of y'all's blue hats.
We got you covered.
I like y'all's logo too.
I appreciate it. You come to the weigh-in, we got hats for you.
I'm gonna be there. We're gonna have this thing out here.
Okay.
Yeah. So they don't shut the lake down to amateur fishers.
No.
First off, Frank, I'm special.
I didn't say you weren't.
Tell him, Ross.
I mean, can I go out there?
No, I ain't putting you on a boat with me.
Oh, no.
You annoy me to death.
Well, that was.
Let me tell you how. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It was a very interesting hearing from other organizations that want to bring fishing tournaments to town, it was really awesome talking to Eylau because of the way they wanted to run everything. And so, we're excited. The city of Texarkana is excited to bring it in. I'm really grateful for the chamber. They brought us on board immediately and wanted to know if we wanted to partner up. And, it's been great so far. I think it's going to be a good thing for our community, like you mentioned, for our stores and restaurants and everybody. We got Baits and Blades, here. He's super excited. Had a lot of attention here lately. Academy has had a lot of.
I'm going to be honest. Been really excited about y'all coming. I just bought a boat, and I went over to Academy and bought like 5 setups with rod and reels. Definitely don't need them, but I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to look the part.
You got to be ready.
And then I hate to say I forgot, but I forgot Baits and Blades was on Richmond Road.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop in there tomorrow.
Well, they're kind of not tucked away, but, they're right there.
Well, they're in the pharmacy, and I knew they were there. I just hadn't really been a fisherman in so long.
Academy got me for $220 yesterday. I had to get some shorts and some new tennis shoes. I had a blowout, so I got my new kicks on from Academy right here.
Did you just say there's a tackle shop in a pharmacy?
It's awesome. Don't judge it.
I'm not judging
it's
it.
awesome. It's something I would do.
First time I've heard of that.
Yeah.
You got the sniffles, will take care of you, and then you can get it back out on the boat and throw that spinner bait.
I'm here for allergies and some live worms.
Yes. I need a dozen minnows and some Flonase.
That's right.
They got duck hunting stuff in there. My man's out here. He's about his profit.
He's over here right now.
Yeah.
Having a couple
if it
cocktails.
Be sold, I'm going to sell it.
Absolutely.
He always has a truck outside for
That's
sale,
right.
too. Every truck he has a for sale sign on
Get
it.
you some motor
Is that the
oil
same
right
guy?
here.
Same guy.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love it.
Well, Al, man, appreciate you bringing this to Texarkana. Hopefully this can be a every year kind of thing. I'm excited about it.
You asked a few minutes ago about what to throw, what colors to throw. These guys aren't going to tell you. They might tell you on Saturday, but they ain't going to tell you. They're not giving away any secrets.
Morgan's
right
going to be
now.
chasing around with a bag of money trying to buy one so he can get it mounted.
Yeah.
So screw that weigh-in. I'll give you $200 for that fish right now.
Absolutely.
They got a lot more money at stake than that. I don't think 200 is going to do
Just
it.
let me have a picture with it.
Absolutely. Listen, on behalf of the ownership group of the NPFL, Brad Fuller, Michelle, myself, Paul Benson, just want to thank you all for having us on here today, promoting us. Want to thank Ross, Natalie, Barbara, Jennifer, Shane, everybody that's kind of touched the NPFL bring here. I will tell you guys this, and I've been talking to some other people. This, after we close up shop and head home on Sunday, this will open up the Texarkana, Texas, Arkansas, and Wright-Patman to other organizations. I would not doubt if a Bass, Elite, FLW, or MLF event will be here within the next 2 years, if not 3 years.
That's
guaranteed.
awesome.
Is your part of this ownership group, are you the marketing guy?
I do. We all wear different coats and stuff like that, but yeah, I do some marketing and sponsorships.
I can tell.
Are you the sound guy on stage?
Yes, I am.
Announcing
I'll be emceeing the event on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Get everybody fired up. Get these anglers up there, have a good time. Even the guys that come in and struggle, you try to kind of boost them up and all that stuff, but we're going to have a good time up there on stage.
Awesome. I'm looking
forward
to it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. Got my man Lane. Got Jake here. You're out of Atlanta, right?
I'm out of Texarkana, Texas.
I thought you lived in Atlanta. Do you not?
No, I live in Texarkana, Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. I don't know where I got that from. And you have probably one of the coolest stores in Texarkana.
Man,
I'm assuming you're a pharmacist?
No. My family's owned the store since '82, and I've been selling fishing tackle for the last 13 years.
Really?
So
that's something I need to get into?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
You know, I got basically a general store going on at Phone Pros anyway.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I mean, surely we can find some place for tackle. You know, you can't ever have too much fishing tackle.
I'm going to come in there and check your place
out.
You know, when I first moved to Texarkana, I went in there one time, and I hadn't really been fishing, and I thought, man, this is neat. I like this. And I just forgot y'all did that.
Well, most of my
I saw the
friends-
pictures of it.
Most of my friends are huge fishermen, and I'm not. And I always wish I would have took my boys more when we were younger because we spent so much time on the baseball field. But we didn't do it. Now, I assume you know like Scott Hopkins. Does he?
Oh yes, he's good friends.
Yeah, Scott's
with
good
both
friend
of us.
mine, and I know he's a big fisherman.
Man, he's a good dude, and he can catch them.
Oh, I see the pictures on Facebook daily, man.
Yeah.
Well, how was practice rounds?
It's been very good. I'm pretty excited. I'm ready to get going. You know, this off day's been killing me because, you know, people that know Patman, it's one of those lakes where it changes daily. But practice was really good, and I'm really ready to get going.
So what are they biting on, and where are they biting at? 'Cause I'm going to be out there tomorrow.
Can I plead the fifth on this? Nah.
What is the deal with these fishermen, man? They don't want to tell me nothing.
We were just talking about that.
I'll go there. I'll go there. Texas rig, you know, any kind of creature baits, they're chomping on them right now. With the lake falling, it's pulling the fish out to the edge of the brush lines. These guys, they're good enough. They know that. They're going to find them. And just get ready and hold on because any flip, you can catch a giant out here. I mean,
that's what I'm hoping. They're giving me an honorary weigh-in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I don't catch any there, I'm going to go to my pond. I'm going to catch some real quick, bring them over there.
We'll find you 5 one way or another.
Yeah. I'm going to get my son out there all day. Hey, man, just sit out here with this court, figure it out.
Just run a trot line, man.
He ain't going to catch no bass on a trot line.
Hey, you would be surprised.
Never say never.
Hey, you'll catch turtles.
You'll catch a bunch of. You might catch a bass on there that's been eaten by an alligator gar.
Now there's a good chance.
And the gar's still on there.
Yeah.
I got a funny story. So last summer, my daughter and I, we were fishing a little like Thursday night Millwood jackpot, and so it was during the middle of the mayfly hatch, and fishermen, they know mayflies is just like magical time.
Oh yeah.
So we go out there, and for whatever reason, even though the mayflies was going berserk, we couldn't get a bite. And these guys pull up in a little small John boat right beside us, and they pull this trot line up out of the edge of the river. Dude had a 7-pound bass on a hook on the trot line that hadn't thrown the hook yet. And I was just like, it's not our day, babe. We need to go home.
And if it happens right in front of you, that's just, man, that's not good.
And you know they laugh when you drive off, too.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Man.
Yeah, they're probably like all those amateurs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, look at that guy with that $200,000 boat. Can't catch nothing. Got freaking 5 screens on it.
Yeah.
I thought I had a nice little setup with my little things I don't know how to use. I saw this dude at the wash place, whatever. What is it called? Car wash.
Car wash.
Man, I'm sitting there looking. He's got a screen like literally this big. His one up front is like that big. I'm just like.
Up there at Classic?
No, at the car wash. Pay attention, Tony. And second best roofer. Have you? I don't mean to get off subject, but have you seen your profile yet on the website?
Yeah, it's horrible.
On our website, it just went up today.
Oh, come on.
Tony Langford is the second best Langford roofer in Texas.
That is horrible, man.
Man.
Yeah, not only are you not first, you ain't even the first Langford.
When you got friends like this, you know.
Hey, man, Tony likes to all the time, you know. See, when we first started this, he was the #1 roofer in Texarkana. Now that we're getting to know him a little more, I mean, he couldn't sponsor a freaking cardboard boxcar at this point. He ain't even top 5. They don't even put his name on the list anymore.
So is he falling like this, or is it more like
if this was a stock, it would be sell. It'd be like, it's time. You know what I mean?
Hey, it just depends on what publication you ask.
I know what the problem is. You got to be a chamber member.
Oh, I am a chamber member.
Well, you just suck then. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Tony. I don't know what to tell you.
I guarantee you, when we go see who buys the most material around here, you'll see the different story.
So you're stocking up for a rainy day.
He'll one up them on that
Pray
for
for
sure.
bad weather.
Absolutely.
Like, man, it looks like there's hell coming. I'm like, you want to go out to eat?
My only problem is collecting it fast enough.
That's a good problem to have. You know, that's a solid problem to have.
Hey. Man's looking for a good sponsor.
That was a joke.
Hey,
always.
There's probably some more room on this jersey.
He's got
tons of room. Man.
Hey, have you seen his car? Mine was a joke. Okay, he drives a Corvette. You know? With a cracked windshield.
Oh no!
And you can't buy a windshield. You can't buy one.
No,
trust me. The lady's like, I finally did get one after waiting like 2 months, and she's like, it's got a scratch on it. And I'm like,
sure it does.
Well, can they send me a new one? And I was sitting there thinking it probably didn't come in.
I promise I
It'll
understand
probably be 6 months from now.
The inventory issue is like that with everything in the fishing world, so we get it.
It's like that in everything.
Man, it's a rough time to sell bait.
It's a rough time to do anything.
The roughest thing is trying to do a remodel right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't even know what to tell a homeowner because you can't get nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll tell you it's going to be 10 days and it's 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's rough right now.
I'm sure that makes the customers happy.
Top 5 roofer, they take care of it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Have y'all checked on the price of a sheet of plywood lately? Went from about $8 to about 40.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
Roofers don't replace plywood, do they?
Yes. If it's
you replace the
bad.
plywood with it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. You take the roof off, and there'll be 4 or 5
anyway,
sheets.
You didn't sponsor this golf tournament, this bass tournament. My man right here did though.
Hey.
So tell us all about your spot.
All right, man. So we're located on Richmond Road, 3302 Richmond, inside Pleasant Grove Pharmacy. My family's owned Pleasant Grove Pharmacy forever, so we're inside there.
Is that do you always have a truck for sale?
No, but dude,
He's always got a boat for sale.
I do always have a boat for sale, but that corner is a killer corner to sell a truck.
All right, so that's not y'all's.
No,
okay.
no, I can't take.
I always just assume. I mean, y'all used to have a Raptor. Y'all are the reason I bought a Raptor because y'all had one for sale up there.
That was one of my really good buddies, Jared Stringer. He was like, "Hey man, can I put my Raptor up there at the corner?" I was like, "Yeah, can I drive it?"
Yeah.
So we worked out a good deal. You know, I got to drive it a time or two.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so.
What all do you sell other than drugs?
Okay, so in the fishing department, we're probably 80% bass fishing, 20% crappie. I also sell pocket knives. I've got a pretty good selection of those, several different brands. Last year, I started selling waterfowl hunting stuff.
I did see that. Yeah.
So Patterson had Red River Waterfowl. Bought him out, moved his stuff over to my store, and ordered in a ton more stuff. Awesome. So last season was my first season. I've already made big booking orders. For this year, we're going to blow it up even bigger. See what we can turn it into.
Well, I'm not depressed enough to chase ducks yet. That's
great. Man, it's been a pretty rough deal the last several years. It really has.
Hey, go ahead. I have a horse.
Half of my friends duck hunt too. You know Ryan Trammell at all?
Oh yeah.
Ryan is a duck hunting.
Yeah.
He don't hunt for nothing but duck, man.
So here's the funny deal. My slowest time of year, since I've been selling baits 12, 13 years now, October to Christmas. Once Christmas starts, Christmas sales pick up, we rock on. But it was a dead sea, man. I mean, once people start hunting in this area, it dies. So I was like, I got to do something. And I love duck hunting. So I was like, well, let's run with that. And I've been blessed so far.
What's crazy is people wear the apparel even that don't
yes.
hunt. They like to wear the Drake stuff, so.
And you would think COVID would slow stuff like that down,
dude.
But it has not. I mean,
he was in the perfect business for COVID.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody
got a pharmacy for sick people. Got the baits for people. There's nothing to do. You either played golf or went fishing.
Yes. Yep.
And I guess people were sitting around thinking about their houses too because I saw they stayed in Lowe's all the time. I don't know if y'all saw how bad
I'm going to tell y'all.
A lot of people working from home. They got time.
I was so bored. God, I shouldn't admit this.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, it ain't that bad, but I was so bored. I tilled my entire 2-acre yard. Not with like a tractor. That would have been the smart thing to do. I just didn't think it through. I started, and then I was like, you know what? I got to finish. One of them you rent from Ace or whatever it's called, Dots. And because I was tired of my grass, I'm just going to put new grass down. Of course, I sold my house about the time I got it done. And the guy's like, what's up with this yard? I'm like, it's going to be lush, I promise.
Yeah. I really hate that I missed seeing that, man. I would have been.
He had to finish it.
Yeah.
Well, it was on Google Earth. You could see it was all dirt for a while, and then it updated here recently. They got some lush grass there, Tony. I didn't get to enjoy it.
So if you need a good area to go practice your golf, just head on over to the old place.
So how long ago was it when you sold it?
May or June. Not about a year. I've been in the new
place.
place.
I'm gonna throw a plug in there. So whoever bought it, holler at Tri-State Turf Pros and Landscaping for all of your yard and lawn and gardening.
Now that's a no-joke deal, man. He does some amazing work.
You got multiple jobs? Do you work with Rocasa?
Dude, I'm a pro fisherman. I have to have 2 jobs. If I don't, I'll go bankrupt.
What got you into professional fishing?
So, man, it's always been a passion of mine, something that I've always wanted to do, and just had to make a lot of sacrifices, and I was given the opportunity to earlier in the year, and it was just something I couldn't pass up as a dream I always wanted to chase. And after lots of prayer and discussions with my wife, we made the decision to go for it.
All joking aside, do you make any money doing it?
To this point in my professional career, I have not, which I've only had one tournament, and I did not have a good tournament. But, you know, I really feel like I'm going to. I mean, barring that I don't just totally bomb.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a good thing for sure.
Okay. And enjoy doing it, man.
Yeah.
You ain't working if you're having fun, man.
That's right.
You know?
What I've always been told, unless you're Kevin Van Dam, is the way to make $1 million fishing is start out with $2 million. Unless you're this guy.
Oh, no. Hey, I can't compete with these guys. That's why I sell baits. You don't want me out there trying.
I ain't heard that Van Dam name in a while, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's a tough deal, though, if you think about it. Catching fish to make a house payment.
Yeah. There's pressure behind it.
That would be a tough deal, for sure.
There's pressure behind it. It's not like going to a 9-to-5, you know.
Yeah.
And also, you know, when you think about a pro athlete, they sign that contract, they're going to get paid whether they perform or if they don't, unless they get cut. Whereas whenever you're fishing professionally, the only way you're getting paid is if you're performing, you know.
Yeah.
And so there's pressure there, for sure, especially when you're shelling out $30K a year for entry fees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to get paid for something I love to do.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
You don't love roofing?
I mean, I did it one time, but I'm getting old and wore out, man. It ain't as fun as it used to be.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do this. We'll be back with another segment. Let's take a quick commercial break. Cam, send us off.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. I'm joined with Morgan Smith here in the end. I'm Frank Sides. I've got 3 anglers with the Professional Fishing League here. I've got Chris Wisenant next to me, and in the middle, this is Keith Carson, and down here is Shane Smith. How are you guys doing this evening?
Doing good.
Outstanding. I'm sure they'd prefer to be called professional fishermen.
Doing great.
Doing great. Anglers, right?
I'm an angler. They're professionals.
They're professional
There's
anglers.
different.
I'm sorry, fellas. I apologize.
Professional
fishermen. Right?
Hey, would you call Damon a basketball player?
I would.
No, you would.
I don't look like you guys.
Not to his face, but I would.
Well, guys, where y'all from?
I live here. I am not fishing the tournament. I'm the local pro that got kind of asked to help set all this up. I brought Al and Brad out here, and we did site surveys months ago, routes, and where we're going to have the weigh-ins, and acquired sponsorships, and tried to get more of the local people into it, including, Game Day, Lane Peoples, Gregor Marine, Jones Trolling Motor, incorporating a lot of things into the event from a local standpoint.
Yeah, so the thing about the sets you're going to be on here today and sometimes tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, we're going to ask some questions that you're not going to get on the big stage, but we're trying to bring this to a wider audience, get more folks involved, so just ignore it if it's too bad, right?
Yeah.
First, where are you from? I forgot.
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Disney World.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm from Bonner
Take my kids
Springs,
all the
Kansas.
Kansas, Bonner Springs?
Yep, Bonner Springs, Kansas.
Bonner Springs, Kansas. Well, we appreciate you guys being on with us, and now's the time for you to draw Morgan a map about where you'll be
so
in the
this is
morning.
basically, you're only on here because I need to know what they're biting on, where they're biting at, because, your boy just went out and bought an entry-level bass boat. I ain't caught anything yet, and I got like $1,000 worth of lures. I got like 10 rod and reels. Can't catch nothing, but I look the part.
That's all that matters.
Well, that's what I've been trying to tell y'all.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's how he does the
You're
golf
having
course,
fun.
too. He's in his white Tiger, his red Tiger Woods polo.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
You're going to be bad, at least look good, right?
Frank's max. He can't beat me at golf.
We'll have to get you some jerseys made.
Yeah, you saw. I
Absolutely.
might actually already have one. No, I'm just kidding.
It's probably a bowling jersey, but it's a jersey.
Yeah. Fits a little tighter than that.
It's got that bowling bod.
No, they have. All right, watch yourself. Those are loose fitting, Frank. You don't know what you're talking about.
I do not. I will readily admit that.
So y'all fished in Alabama the first tournament, right?
Right, Lake Eufaula.
How'd that go?
It was all right. I finished 13th in that tournament. Day one was a little bit of a grind. I was only able to catch 2 fish, but picked up the slack on days 2 and 3. Caught 16 day 2 and 15 day 3. And, that's part of what I like about this format with NPFL. There is no cut line. Everyone fishes 3 days. So if you stumble, like I did on day 1, you got 2 days to make up ground. Yeah. And, you have to change your mindset. So maybe I'm not fishing to win, but I'm going to fish to get a check or make a top 20 or whatever whatever that goal may be.
That's right. You got fishing to cover that walk-ons tab.
Right. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Day one down at Eufaula was really good for me. I was sitting in the top 10. Day 2, I had a 60-mile run up the river. Obviously, top 10, I had a camera guy. I got up there, and I told him we were in trouble right off the bat. They had dropped the lake another foot, and all the fish I had in small pockets up there had pulled out and made it extremely difficult. So you're trying to change things and develop patterns during a tournament, and that is really, really tough to do. Struggled day 2, lost a really good fish on live while I was talking to Luke and the guys, and they helped me out enough. They put that on the intro to day 3 for a little bit more publicity for me, so thanks for that, guys. Day 3, which is why I joined this thing too and was interested in it to try to make a comeback. I still struggled, but I kind of found some other things that were working and just kind of ran out of time. So I'm looking forward to starting tomorrow, and it's kind of a spotty kind of bite for me right now, but the ones that I am catching are good. So, you could theoretically catch 2 to 3 fish a day if they're the right ones and still be in the check line. So that's what I'm kind of banking on. I haven't really caught a whole lot of small fish, so hopefully I get some of them going tomorrow too. So
if I'm on a boat with someone 60 miles from where we began, and the first 3 words he says to me are "We're in trouble," I'm texting Mom I love her.
Yeah.
We're headed with that.
Yeah. It was a long run. It was
We're
risky.
thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah, it was definitely a risky deal to do, but you know, where I'm from, I'm used to running the rivers and run long runs, and I was trying to get away from the field, and it's high risk, high reward sometimes, and I just didn't pay off that tournament. So,
man, what kind of boats are you guys running?
I'm running a Skeeter 2021 FXR 21.
I've got a.
I actually do know what that is, Frank.
Yeah.
When I was shopping boats, it's way out of my price range.
I saw them on Craigslist, like $800 or something like that, right?
You probably can't buy nothing on that boat for $800.
That's not even a
Yeah,
seat.
right.
You know, your boy
That's not even the
You
problem.
won't let me ride it for $800.
That's about an eighth of the sales tax.
Wow.
Yeah. That's right.
I looked at Skeeter. I ended up buying a Nitro because I'm not as serious as y'all, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I'm running a Crestliner MX-21.
Man, I've been seeing these things like rolling around town, and I'm just like,
I know what you're feeling. You thought you were somebody 2 weeks ago with that boat.
You know what? It's funny. You're probably going to know
Now they're
exactly what
flexing
I'm
on
talking about. You ever been to Mud Nationals?
Yes.
All right, so you go down there. I remember I had just bought a Polaris 800, limited edition. I thought it was it. I go down to Mud Nationals it's like this redneck thing. Don't go. But dude, there are guys riding around with $100,000 side by sides. I'm not even joking. And I saw like 100 of the exact same one I had. I was like, we called it the not so limited edition, you know. But anyway, with boats, when I was shopping boats, I was like, oh my god, like you have to be serious to spend $90,000 on a boat.
Yeah. So I got a question as a layperson, right? Do you generally know throughout the course of the day where you are weight-wise? I mean, are you weighing those things, or are you just hoping? Like, this is a big one, you know what I mean?
Well, the new league, when we catch fish, we can log them, but all we know is our stats. So we don't know. I don't know what Keith's doing. Right. So we're just, kind of blind until we come in to weigh in. And, a lot of the guys will have conversations when they come in and put them on the trailer. So you'll kind of get an idea, or your friends, you'll text them and say, hey, where you're at. But
well, let's just say it's Sunday, right? Now, with technology, you can literally live stream what's happening on the lake, right, with the other fishermen. Is that something you guys do or have been known to do?
We definitely do that.
Check
There's 10 anglers, or 10 anglers will have cameras tomorrow, plus I think 2 roaming camera boats. So you'll be able to, you can log on to mpfl.com and you can watch these anglers fish all day long.
That's cool.
So we really are not encouraged to do that while we're out in the field to try to keep track of
I
where
meant
people
more
are
along
at.
the lines on Sunday, like, hey, this guy's the leader. I'm going to check in and see what he's done. You can do that, right?
Definitely on Saturday, we'll know where everybody.
Saturday,
we'll know where everybody's at on Saturday going into a championship. So
that's cool. I'm looking forward to this, Morgan. 3 days of covering fishing. I'm
excited. I'm going to be out on the lake tomorrow. So,
Nice.
hey, when they drive out of a spot, drive right in.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be at work tomorrow. Let me text John. We get a tea time. Cam, you playing tomorrow?
You're going to know exactly.
John's
where
actually
to fish.
coming with me. That's what I need. I grew
learn.
grew up on that lake, but we never really did any bass fishing, just catfish and stuff. And I obviously don't know the spots. So
you'll know them by the end of the week.
I've tried every.
Well, so let me
you can
ask
tell
you
me.
guys some stuff. So did y'all come in pre-practice before it was off limits?
I did the last weekend available, and it's a totally different lake then to what it is now.
When we got the snow and the ice here, I drove my side-by-side to the lake. I lived 6 minutes from Ramp 3. There was one open spot of water out there about this big, and that was kept open by about 15,000 ducks. Other than that, the lake was completely iced over.
Wow.
Really?
So things are typically later than they were, but you see it's falling every day.
Yeah.
The core is supposed to stop it at 227. 226.5 is normal. So you think that's going to help you or hurt you?
Honestly, I don't know. Every day's been an adjustment that I've been out there. I've had some bad practice days, and I've had some really good practice days, like maybe close to 30-pound kind of practice days. I honestly have no clue. And when I get to that road and I get to my area and the water's low, I'll cross that bridge when I get there, and I'm going to make adjustments as needed. And I need to make sure that for this tournament, I need to have an open mind, and it's not going to be how I caught them in practice. It's going to be how I'm going to catch them throughout the tournament.
So for someone who's not familiar with fishing, what's a practice day look like? Most sports, if you release points off on your jumper, you're working on that. And a fisherman or an angler, what's a practice day look like?
Well, in these practice days, you get 3 of them, and your goal is to figure out what they're biting on and the type of quality, at the same time not catching fish.
Okay.
Because you don't want to. You don't want to
You're
blow
not going to
through
set the hook on every bite you get.
Yeah.
You may be shaking
So-
off some frog bites, some jig bites, but you may pull them to the top of the water to see what you're working with.
Yeah.
Right.
So to me, with the water dropping, it could be a plus for me. What I'm kind of working with.
And will you go into detail about that for me right quick?
No, I can't. I can't. But I will tell you to help you out. Buck brush, they seem to be in the buck brush. So that ought to help.
Sounds like he's making a joke.
Yeah. So
you're gonna get a Christmas tree out of there.
I would say logistics is probably going to be the biggest key. If they keep dropping this thing, we've got guys that have been running way up that river, and that stretch from the mouth of where you get into the channel, river channel, up by Maud, out to the main lake. I think that could come into play if you start seeing a lot of stumps start coming out of the water. Because right now we're running it. We're just kind of
which way.
We're just sending it, basically. I mean, if we hit something, we hit something. But when we start seeing stuff, we start kind of puckering. And that can really affect where people go and maybe some insurance claims along the way.
Yeah. Somebody brought their boat to Orr today and did like $2,500 worth of damage to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man. It's going to happen.
Yeah. And the thing is the lakes where I'm from, I was really scared by a lot of the people talking. Hey, you got to watch out this area, watch us out. And a lot of the lakes in Missouri where I'm from, they all got timber.
Oh, wow.
So you're running boat lanes and they're not marked. None of the stuff's marked, and you got river channels you can follow. So it's not as bad as what I thought it was, but we haven't been down to that level to where it makes you really worry about it. So,
well, I'm rooting for you. I don't want to see anybody sunk out there.
Yeah.
Make for one hell of a video, though.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I can promise you there'd be somebody right behind you trying to lift that thing out overnight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, hey, I was telling some guys earlier, I was at OT's Landing down there in Redwater. And I saw a guy who was cleaning his boat, and I was like, man, are they biting? He's like, man, I could have caught 100 fish today. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. Like, what are they biting on? Man, I don't know. Like, what part of the lake do I need to be fishing at? Man, I'm just not familiar with it. Like, oh, it's like that.
Oh, it's definitely like that.
Yeah,
thanks you got 50 grand on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke. Well, man, best of luck to you guys. Really excited to have y'all here in town. Thanks for coming. We'll have the set out tomorrow, so catch us post weigh-in.
Yeah.
You got anything for us?
Man, I think it's great for the town. I don't know how you guys have perceived it. Like the elites are going to be starting tomorrow at Lake Fork, and that's a city that hosts these tournaments. To them, it's just another day at the office. For Texarkana, everybody's excited to have the event here. It's a lot of new waters, and I think it's going to be a great event. I know Al and Brad are excited because most of you guys talking about catching 30 pounds. I mean, they live here. Last year, we had over 29 pounds in a tournament and didn't win. So, possible mid-20s every day. People keep asking me what I think is going to win. I said, I think it's going to take 63 to 65 to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I told Brad and Al, said if people come out here in zero, they need to take up golf or ping pong or lacrosse. Or
Morgan, that's not good news.
Bowling, catfishing.
I didn't know what I was doing last
because it's gonna.
Morgan's got two expensive hobbies. He's real bad at both.
I think if it would have stayed a little bit higher, it really would have showed
ping
out.
Pong, let's get us a ping pong table. Maybe that'll relax you a little bit.
I'll find a way to make it.
I think it's going to be a great event, and I think these guys are going to enjoy it.
Good. I do too. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a lot easier to lose when you're catching fish.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you're not catching them, but I watched that Eufaula tournament, man, you're like going, I mean, you didn't see a whole bunch of big fish being caught. People, I don't like watching them guys weigh 1 pound, 1 ounce fish. I like watching Keith Combs wreck 110 pounds in 3 days.
What's your limit? You say 30 in a day.
5 fish.
5 fish, okay.
The biggest 5.
Good Lord. So bringing in 5 6-pound bass in a day.
It's possible here. I know each day of practice I've caught quality fish that would be in that caliber. So,
So y'all making big runs, or y'all staying on the lake?
He said, we'll see you at 6:15 in the morning.
Yeah,
How about
yeah. I'll be there long
Follow
before
me.
that.
I'll show you where we're headed. Yeah.
I've got spots all over the lake, so we'll just play it by ear. But
did you fish in the tournament last weekend?
I fished on Millwood in the 4 states.
Okay,
Last
that's what it
weekend
was.
was the high school tournament.
Oh, okay. All right.
Has anyone ever, and this is probably a very dumb question, just
here it comes.
just
It's gonna be real bad.
shagged a massive bass in practice and tied it up to a tree and let it come back and get it the next day?
You keep asking everybody this question.
I want to know. There's got to be a story. It's happened somewhere.
That's
Had
a
to
good. It's definitely happened.
happens
But that's
all
a good
the
way to
time.
get banned for life.
I got you.
It has happened. There was a group of guys that were doing it on Kentucky Lake.
There we go. See, this is what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, this maybe 10 years ago, and they got away with it for like a while, and then someone followed them, and they won a tournament, and I think they won like over 50 grand or something, and it was like their charges were. When they got caught, like they went to prison.
Oh, wow.
Like,
all right.
serious.
Well, that answers my question.
Yeah, like grand
Not
theft
worth it.
and
What's the one
stuff.
they have on Lake Rat, Patman? Big Bass Classic?
Big Bass Classic. The Running WJ took it over this year.
Did they really?
Yeah. It's going to be next week.
Or not right, Patman. What's the lake? Lake of the Pines.
KYKX.
Yeah. What's it been, 10, 15 years ago, and they caught a guy cheating?
They
That's
caught
the
it.
reason they have.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say the reason, but he got busted.
Yeah, I heard you have to take a lie detector and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'd fail one of them just because.
Yeah, I'd be so nervous. Like, I caught this fish here.
They check all that. But.
What do you mean? What do you mean they don't have saltwater bass out here? That's
right. Yeah.
The bad thing is that guy that did that, he probably wouldn't steal the Yeti out of the back of your truck.
Right.
He wouldn't steal the rod and reels off your deck, and he wouldn't steal the graphs off your boat. But he stole $50,000 from you.
Right.
If I had to choose between the two, I'd take the money too.
Well, I guess what you're getting at, Frank, though, they're not bad guys. It's
No,
just,
I'm making a joke.
It's kind of like the world-renowned swim bait fisherman out in California. Man, I used to watch his videos, and I would bring that stuff back to Lake Fork, and I didn't think he walked on water, but I only thought he was shin deep. And it come to find out everything he did and said was a lie, that he was actually a horrible fisherman and was snagging these bass off beds and fishing for them at night and everything. But, man, he rode that wave all the way out to where now it's like one of my sponsors, iRod, Matt Newman knows him real well, and he says, man, that dude can't even hardly buy groceries.
Right.
Yeah, I bet there's got to be some pressure on some of these guys. You're basically dragging a mortgage behind you on a trailer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, these guys, they were vetted by Al and the ownership group, and they'd pull over on the side of the road to help somebody change a tire.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So these guys are great guys.
Well, that was one of my other questions before we let you go. Are you guys competitors? Like you, there's some fire when you leave an event and the Friday night weigh-in. Are you talking smack to each other? Or are you?
Oh yeah. We guys cut up and stuff like that. But here's the thing: is last event we had a guy that wasn't really in the running, but his buddy was in the running, or somebody they knew was in the running, and he swapped boats to give that guy an opportunity.
Wow.
So that's I think the coolest thing about bass fishing is, it teaches you more life kind of things to go by than any of the other sports that are out there. So
Gotcha.
it's kind of a neat deal. But I wanted to bring up Natalie while I'm up here. We did some events with them today, and I got to say the city of Texarkana and everything for having us down here. I got to go to Texarkana Resources today and work with some disabled people and have them, they have some work structure there, and I got to get involved. I mean, they had me packing boxes and stuff and helping them, and it was a great opportunity for us. It brought back some memories from different jobs I've had and people that I knew when I was younger that are still doing that or have a disability, and my hat's off to that organization to be able to set, work plans and to be able to give an opportunity to people with disabilities. It's a very I would say respectable work, and really appreciate the opportunity to go out there. And
Opportunities Inc. is an amazing organization.
Top notch.
Glad to have them here in
notch.
Texarkana. Yeah, we're running WJ Ranch this morning, right? Some of the guys were. It was a great organization as well.
Yeah, we went to the Opportunities deal, and they fished at the lake today, and they had a good time too. So,
y'all catch anything at Spring Lake?
The lady that I had, I think she caught the biggest trout of the whole deal. It was probably like 12 inches long.
They must have stocked Spring Lake Park.
They do every year.
Okay, all right. It was drained a few months ago.
Yeah.
Hey,
if I remember
they brought out
right.
2 bass over 9 pounds.
No way.
Did they really?
Really. They drained it, like he said, about 40 days ago.
Well, them bass like them trout.
Big time.
I'm sure that's where they got that big at.
Big time.
Well, Frank, there was no Spring Lake few months ago.
Yeah, they drained it here a while back.
Yeah, that's
40, 50 days ago.
Wow. When I saw they were fishing there, I was
dredged
like,
it out.
There ain't fish in that.
I mean, if there's a fish in it, these guys will figure out a way to catch that thing. I bet.
it was pretty cool to see they were getting going, and you see all these pro anglers and stuff starting to get aggressive, and they're like, hey, no, let's change the setup, let's do this and everything. It got a little aggressive there for a while.
Those fish were very confused. There ain't been a lick of food out here in 2 years, and now all of a sudden we got all we could eat.
Yeah,
they look funny though.
All right, guys, we appreciate you, and best of luck during this tournament. Frank, got anything?
No, after you weigh in, feel free to come by and cut up with us a little bit over there. We're going to be bringing this to a different crowd, trying to get them down and come see it in person.
I'll be sure to. So you guys will be at the weigh-in set up?
Yeah, we'll have a set on a stage next to the weigh-in.
Awesome.
When you get down there, it'll be similar to this, just having fun.
I'll be sure to have Frank Google some questions that aren't dumb.
That's right. Yeah. They'll be dumber than this. Yeah. If I have time to think about it, they'll be worse.
I'll help you out, Frank.
All right.
You want to be on with us?
Natalie pretty much told me I had to be.
I was about to say.
She's like put me on loan.
Okay, I got you.
For the last month. So, we had a rocky start, but I feel like we've bonded.
Well, hey,
I had the same thing with Natalie.
Let her know we need some help getting this settled in that trailer tonight.
Yeah, it's about time to go.
All right, Cam, that's going to be it. Good luck to you.